What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and welcome to episode 54 of the World's First. If you're still enjoying the series, please go and smash that like button. Now, today, we got two matches, of course, Ebbs Fleet in the league, and then a special guest appearance by Accrington Stanley. Now, why do you say special guest appearance? Because we had a very commanding and dominant victory over Tamworth in the second round of the FA Trophy by the score of 3-0. Anthony Steer, Steve Peters, the goal scorers on the day, and that's what led to us drawing against Accrington Stanley in the third round of the FA Trophy, which we're going to be playing today. As for how we've done in the league, well, since our dismal live comm, of course, against Woking and Newport, we actually did fairly well for ourselves. 3 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. As you can see, Stockport, Southport, and FC United, 3 wins on the bounce. Very, very commanding victories as well. The scorelines don't do it justice. We had almost 60% possession in all 3 of those matches. Unfortunately, versus Boreham Wood and Hyde United, we only came away with 1-1 draws, and we had to come back to get these draws as well. So we were looking very lackluster in the first half, gave them a kick in the ass in the halftime talk, and we were able to come away with that 1-1 draw. Jack Steele coming away with the goal here against Boreham Wood, and then Steve Peters in this match versus Hyde United. But then against Torquay, not really the best of times. We lost by the score of 2-0. Defensively, we were a little tired from that midweek match versus Tamworth, and we didn't come up to play today, which is very unfortunate because that actually dropped us down out of our first place perch. So after 17 weeks sitting at the top of the table, we have now moved down into second place. Ebbs Fleet, the team we're playing today, have jumped 1 point ahead of us, and the rest of the playoff spots, Bury, Newport, and Dulwich Hamley. If you take a look, Stockport, the 6th place team, we are 14 points clear of them, so at least we're going to be in the playoffs for the next 5 weeks. I'd like to stay in there for the rest of the season, but of course we'll have to see how the matches play out. But without further ado, let's get into today's match versus first place Ebbs Fleet. A little bit of change in the formation today as we're going out with the 4-3-3 and want to try and put them on their back foot from the off, and this is what we're going to line up with. McCullough in net, Hutton, Stott, Arthur, and Hoes along the back line. Our 3 center mids will be Grayson, Gamblin, and Jones, and the 3 strikers up front, Anthony Steer, Steve Peters, and Rob Foster. Also doesn't hurt that apparently Ebbs Fleet are weak to the 4-3-3, so I want to try and exploit that. On the bench, we have Piergianni, Jones, Woodson, Davies, and Duxbury. Everyone else obviously can't put the wingers in there unless I really wanted to switch back to a 4-4-2 during the middle, but I want to try and roll with the 4-3-3. So this is how we're lining up. Hopefully it gets us a result. Cross fingers, but let's go out there and see what happens. 30 seconds in, opening highlight. Peters into Grayson, 30 seconds in, and we take the lead. This is why I said I wanted to just take them from the off, put all the pressure on Ebbs Fleet, and as it stands, we got ourselves a goal out of it. Off of a throw-in, off of the opening kick, Hutton gets it into Peters. Some great passing, finds Grayson. Honestly, on the short side, did not think that would have gone in for a goal, but no reaction from the goalkeeper. It's 1-0 to Sheffield. Another throw-in from our side, Hutton into Steer, tries to get it in. Grayson tries to take his shot once again, but he's not accurate this time around. He hits it wide. Corner kick, Grayson, bring it inside, tries to go far post, Gamblin, tried to get to Andre Jones, but instead, the man who was marking him knocks it away. On the other side now, Ebbs Fleet looking very dangerous, Bamford with a cross in, and Ebbs Fleet get the equalizer. It's 1-1, and this is exactly what I wasn't really hoping to see, and once again, it's another cross into the center of the park, and our defenders just were not marking him, leading to the goal. About 4 minutes from time, Ebbs Fleet once again getting the ball into the box. Oh, this is going to look bad. What a good block away. Mensah with the shot, and it goes out for an Ebbs Fleet corner. Just before halftime now, we have a ball in a dangerous spot. Peters taking a shot. Halftime comes, and it's 1-1. Not a lot of highlights after those 2 goals. It's pretty much been mostly Ebbs Fleet in this match. Outside that opening goal from us, we really haven't done a lot. So I'm going to try and cut down the forwards on Ebbs Fleet, maybe even 1 or 2 of their midfielders, just to, prevent their playmakers. So second 45, let's go out there, hopefully limit them to no shots. Corner kick, Grayson, 3 minutes into this half, finds Steer, tries to head it on, but it's a good save from the goalkeeper, Burton. My guys could do a lot better in terms of their shooting. They don't need to shoot from long range. Some good passing. Steer gets it out to Hoes, gets back into Steer, and Steer with the shot that puts us into the lead. That was some great 1-2, really. Steer out to Hoes, who crosses it back into Steer and gets us back into the lead. Some great passing on the half volley. Hoes with a decent cross. Steer was well onside, running past his 2 markers, gets the goal, and puts us back into the lead. Ebbs Fleet now getting the ball past us. Pring taking a shot, but just misses the post. Grayson out to Hoes on the wing. He can put in a decent cross, tries to find Anthony Steer once again, but Buckley for Ebbsfleet is there to prevent the goal. 14 minutes to go in this match. Ebbsfleet getting a chance defensively. Oh my god, all Booth needed to do was turn and shoot and probably would have scored the equalizer for Ebbsfleet, but as it stands, it's cleared away. But they are still coming up and looking for a long cross. Bamford just misses the post. That was their chance. That was their chance to tie it up. We got about 8 minutes to go. Grayson out on the wing. He can put in a decent cross, even though he's not a decent winger. Rob Foster goes across to Anthony Steer. Again, across the face of goal. The ball is just sitting there on the line, but Burton is able to pick it up. We cannot add to our lead. Last kick of the game. Corner to Burton. It didn't fall to Burton, but it is a 2-1 victory to Sheffield, and I'm just sitting here with my heart in my throat just because Ebbsfleet were really coming on to us in those last 10 minutes, but we are able to come away with a solid 2-1 victory that pushes us back into first place. Good job, boys. Let's see if we can continue this form up. But now we have our match against Accrington Stanley in the FA Trophy. Of course, in the third round, it's the round of 16. So here's the rest of the teams. I'll let you pause if you want to see who is all left into it as we get into the team sheets. So my starting goalkeeper, Cameron McCullough, is going to be out for this match because he has the flu. It's the 2nd of February. You know it's going to be cold. Why can't you take better care of yourself, man? So because of that, we're going to have to use the rarely used goalkeeper in Luke Chambers, and we're going to be using the 4-4-2 formation today. Jones, Stott, Arthur, and Duxbury will be along the back line. Our mid-four will consist of David Jones, Joe Grayson, Jake Gallagher, and Jack Steele, and then the 2 strikers up front, Anthony Steer and Rob Foster. The bench will be Pierre Gianni, Hutton, Gamblin, Davies, and Hoes. Obviously, this isn't a competition that the board are too deeply entrenched about. They don't really care where we are, even though we have surpassed expectations. Let's just do as well as we can versus Accrington Stanley. We've been doing well all season. Let's see if we can try and get a result here. So cross fingers, hopefully we do well. Let's kick off and see what happens. Jones out to Duxbury on the wing. He can put in a decent cross if he can get around his man. He does. Steele back out to Duxbury, takes it to the byline, gets it into Rob Foster, but really should have gone to the far post if you want a chance at goal. Grayson coming back inside, goes far post. Rob Foster overshoots everybody. Rob Foster tackled off the ball. We get the ball back and putting the pressure on Accrington Stanley now. Well, if we can get the ball up. Grayson gets inside to Steer. Steer to David Jones. David Jones, he can put in a cross if he can. Oh, but it's a penalty. Luke Nickel taking out David Jones in the box, and we get ourselves a penalty kick 20 minutes in. Who's going to be taking it? Rob Foster. Rob Foster's going to step up and take this penalty kick. He takes it, shoots on his right foot, gets into the far right corner. It's 1-0 to Sheffield. Get in, boys. Let's keep it going. Throw in. Declan Jones gets in the Steer. Out to Declan, who puts in a cross to Stott. Smacks it off the crossbar. Please, boys, respect the equipment. And not only have my backline been racking up yellow cards, but now Jeremy Arthur is out injured, so he's going to have to be subbed off for Carl Piergianni. Just 2 minutes from time as well, so hopefully this injury doesn't come back to bite us later. But it's halftime, and we've been in complete control, limiting Accrington Stanley to 0 shots taken. We've had 7 with 3 of them being on target. I'm not going to make any changes since we're doing so well right now. Knock on wood, we do well enough for the second 45 and advance to the quarterfinals of the FA Trophy. So let's kick off and get back out there. Free kick in a dangerous area, just 90 seconds into this half. Duxbury along the wing gets into Steele. He can lay it off one more time, but doesn't. Accrington Stanley on the break now, 2 minutes into this half, smacks it off the post. Both teams are really hitting the woodwork. That was some great one-touch passing. Steele gets it up to Rob Foster, but he's not in a position to take a shot. Accrington now on the counter. Hazeldine getting it in, goes far post, and Steenson has equalized. Just 6 minutes into the half. I mean, the defense was all looking towards that one side. Didn't see the other guy coming through. I mean, seriously. How do you not see him coming down the wing? Can we hit them on the counter now? David Jones gets it ahead to Rob Foster. He's one-on-one with the keeper, and he actually takes a shot and gets us back into the lead. It's 2-1 Sheffield. Just a few minutes later, honestly, did not think that shot was going in from where he was taking it. Goalkeeper was left frozen. Rob Foster takes one touch, goes to the outside of his defender and the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper with just poor reaction time. Should have saved it there, but I'll take it. We're back in the lead. But now we just got 14 minutes from time, and Accrington looking to do very well. Pierre Gianni knocking the ball away from Lions, who really could have turned and shot and got the goal. But instead, it's a corner kick. Good block away. Hazeldine looking and taking their shot. Another good block away. Defense really coming up big late. Corner kick on the other end. Grayson gets inside. Pierre Gianni, who once again smacks it off the post. Actually, it was the crossbar this time. Science has found a way that rubber can be attracted to plastic. Don't know how it was done, but that's why, I can only assume that's why we're hitting the post and hitting the crossbar once again, smacking it off the post.
Respect the equipment.
David Jones out to Ben Hutton, who could put in a decent cross. We can get a third goal here if we find a better cross in. 2 minutes plus stoppage time left to go in this match. Grayson into Gamblin. Can we find one more and put this match away? Can we put them away? We're here on the break. 90 seconds left of stoppage time. Rob Foster. There it is. That's the capper. It's 3-1 to Sheffield. Rob Foster getting his brace on the day. 18th goal of the season, and we're through to the quarterfinals of the FA Trophy. And this was off of an Accrington Stanley free kick that they just threw everybody forward on, and great passing to find Rob Foster to put the capper on this match. And there it is, full time, 3-1 Sheffield over Accrington Stanley. Like I said, putting us through to the quarterfinals of the FA Trophy. We still don't have anybody in the top goal scorers list, not even in the top 7 of goal scorers. That's really weird. I would have thought we would have had somebody like Foster or Steve Peters. I don't know. So before we actually get into the schedule to see when we'll be coming back for the next episode, we need to draw and see who we'll be facing in the FA Trophy quarterfinals. 9 teams left to draw, as Durham or Chelmsford still have yet to play. Boston United, FC United, Newport, Southport, Stockport, all the other ports, and Hyde United, along with us, are in this draw. So I'm just going to click through and see who we will be getting. Not one of those. We'll be facing off against FC United of Manchester, as if we haven't faced off enough during this series. We're going to be facing them once again in the FA Trophy. So there it is. It's official. We're traveling to FC United to face them on in the quarterfinals. Now, let's take a look at the schedule. So outside of Dulwich Hamlet, I have nobody remaining on my schedule that is sitting in the top 10 in the league. So picking out a live comp is going to be difficult, especially since FC United is only 3 matches away. So I guess what would be best for business is to come back versus FC United at the very least. And then maybe if we win that, we'll then come back for the next round of the FA Trophy. So it would be the semifinals of the FA Trophy. But if we lose to FC United, then obviously we'll then just do the very next match against Bristol Rovers. So that's what we're going to do next live com, either a double match versus in the FA Trophy or just FC United and Bristol Rovers. So until that time, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like button. It lets me know that you're still interested. And of course, subscribe if you're new and want to see more FM content on the channel. Any comments, suggestions, questions, anything at all, please leave in the comment box below. But as always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.